Hey everybody, another 5 leagues from the Borderlands adventure. We are back with Sir Packard Dayne and his company of irregulars. They have defeated a sort of like undead incursion as the mists sort of roll in on Boar's Hearth, and we're back with another adventure and campaign turn to see where there's at. So we've had our first successful threat reduction. The undead have sort of been pushed back slightly, and we've filled one of their plots. We're going to attempt another one. And attempt to battle them with another meeting engagement. So we'll show the table, show the current state of the warband, do our sort of like catching up with them in the pregame, and then get this underway. So here is Dayne's company. They are currently in good health. We survived the last mission without losing anybody in a particularly terrible way. Although we do have some damage to our weapons, a damaged bastard sword and sling. Luckily we had a spare bastard sword, so we only have to get the sling fixed for Curtis. The boy. Everyone is now a hero, which is fantastic, and earning experience. We had a couple level ups as well, and we find ourselves back in Boar's Hearth, having destroyed this little undead incursion. We did see a strange sort of like fires in the distance encampment to investigate this campaign. And there's a quest giver over here that we could check out after we've dealt with this. Change up my dice for the D10s. The high dice will be gold. 34. So our preparation phase, we're into local events, and it is just drunks and yokels. It's slim pickings for potential recruits. If this is a hamlet or village, you can't recruit this campaign turn. If it's a town, you can only recruit followers, not heroes. Everybody's just drunk in Boar's Hearth right now, the biggest town in the area. Fantastic. Good job, guys. So we're on to the hard times. What do we got to pay? We got to pay 3 gold. So that means someone's going to go join the watch. Packard always likes to hang out with the watch so that our dues are paid. And then we'll have, I guess, Mav go and talk to the locals to try and get our stuff repaired. So we're going to head to the blacksmith and try and get stuff repaired. If you have damaged items, you can visit the blacksmith to have them repaired. You can repair 1 item per campaign turn. So we get the sling fixed. It is a basic weapon. It only costs 1. You try and pass the crafting test on a 9. Mav does not pass. She does not have crafting. Oh, she does have crafting +2. That's a 9. Fantastic. So that actually passes. That means we can also repair the bastard sword. So they're both fixed. Glad I sent Mav then instead of Packard. And that is our actions in town complete. So let's go check our connections, see if anyone wants to send us any good news. 28 is going to be no result. So nothing from our friends outside or inside of town. We're going to explore a location as we decide our adventure. We're going to put 8 items into the backpack. We'll put in our mystic trinkets, tonic, silver leaf, and that extra bastard sword. In the same map area as this location, so no travel test required. This is an unexplored location, so we'll roll D100 and see what it is. That's going to be an 88, which is tracks leading to a lair. You found the size of something dangerous. If you want to follow them, fight a sight battle against an enemy from the roadside enemy table. If you hold the field, get 2 extra adventure points. It's a roadside encounter. Let's see what we get. And a 25 is a ragtag band of brigands. Numbers are at +4. They're 5-2 move, +0 combat, +0 to attack and damage, 3 toughness, and they have 1 bow amongst them. The Duke pays a bounty. Roll D6 for every leader or unique foe slain. On a 5-6, get an extra gold mark. And looks like there's going to be 7. And let's see if there is any character. 56 is going to be a lieutenant. So lieutenant is +1 combat skill, +1 toughness, parry, and tough. Fight battle is damp and dusty chambers. These places are filled with horrors. Today, sword in hand, you intend to strike fear into their hearts. You're investigating a location and dealing with any hazards that present themselves. Sometimes the place itself may be as much a danger as the enemies. While most sites are dungeons, cave networks, ruined castles are similar, they also could be any kind of monster-infested, cramped environment. Note that site battles use several new mechanics. So first, deploy warband. Deployment will depend on your table setup, especially if using board tiles. Place the warband first anywhere along one of the battlefield edges, like an entry point. So in this case, we're going to have the road be the entry point off here, and here's our weird burning tower on the side of the road. We're going to have the warband arrive here along the road, approaching the location. Place 6 exploration points. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. They shouldn't be in line of sight. So what I'm going to do, because this is a roadside battle, is I'm going to have the fog basically from the previous encounter still be on here, which means that line of sight is restricted to 9 inches, and that means that I'll only be able to see them when I come within that range. First move, one of the warband members should be selected to scout ahead, and then get the lay of the land. Before the gameplay begins, select a warband member and move them a single normal move. Charlotte will take her 4-inch move forward, and then we'll roll our D100 to see what is happening. That's going to be a 38. 38 is Undiscovered Depths. This place has rested silent and forgotten for a long time. Place 3 additional exploration markers on the table near the largest 3 terrain features or rooms. Play the enemy, place the enemy on the table, divide each enemy into groups of 3 figures each, with any leftover figures forming their own smaller group. For each group, place them by a random exploration marker. 8 characters, a bow, some random bandits, and their leader, the captain or the lieutenant over here. We'll divide them into bow and 3, captain and 3, and then the last group. Left to right on exploration markers, I'll D10 or reroll 10s. Haha. So 2, so that's going to be 1, 2, so back here. Then the next group, 7. So easy to count backwards, so 9, 8, 7. I'll be back here. Last one, 1 is right here. And that includes the boss. The objective of a site battle is to simply explore the location. The warband counts as achieving their objective if they clear at least 3 exploration markers, and may then retreat off the battle at any time. Each character that retreats from the table before the warband clears 3 has to make flight in the dark. Site battles are often fought in tight conditions. That's not going to matter here. Can't be making range checks over 8. Will be 9 in this case because of the fog. And then awareness. If an unaware figure finds themselves in any of the following situations, at any point they become aware. So if within 8 inches in line of sight of a warband figure, if within 2 inches of an aware figure in line of sight, if within 6 of melee. Otherwise, they will patrol. Unaware enemies are either patrols or sentries. The enemy groups that are placed to show are all patrols, as they are unknown enemy markers, but there are none. As part of each enemy activation phase, each patrol group randomly selects an exploration marker and move by the shortest route towards it. So they're just basically roaming the area right now. The enemy doesn't interact with them, but we will then explore. If we're in 3 inches of line of sight of an exploration marker, we reveal it, roll on the table below to see what it is. And then that's it. We might find all kinds of things. We end the game if we get to either clear the field or explore 3 of these things. Well, let's see how we do initiative-wise. That's going to mean that Packer Dayne gets initiative dice, and everybody else is getting a 6, but we can re-roll for Bale, because Bale has sweet, sweet Feyblood, as does Shayla, actually. So she'll re-roll as well, and get a 1. And then for Bale, also a 1. Tremendous. Not have gone better. All right, well, let's just try and plug some dudes, I think. With Packard able to actually move, and he walks 6 and dashes 2, or 3, sorry, because of his armor. He's just going to walk up 6 to here. Stay outside of 8. He is. So he's just going to stop. He's done. Then we will go with Mav. I'm not Mav, actually. Sorry, with Bale. He will walk 4, because his core movement is 4. And then 3 to send next to Packard. We're actually going to send, I think, Shala across this. So she's going to hop this for free, going 4, and end up within 3 of this objective marker, because she made the scouting move. And we'll reveal it. What do we find? 60? A 60 is something hidden. A warband member taking an interact action may make a 8+ scouting test to search. Successful, you get a hidden stash which could be loot. A double 1 results in setting off a trap. Potentially lootable item. One of our 3 locations, and that's our 3 active models done, which means the enemy phase is now on. No one's within 8, so we pick a random marker for the first group to move towards. And we'll do bows first, obviously. So this group over here is going to go towards 2. 1, 2, so they're going to move this way. That's a total of 8 because they move and then dash. So they end up over here. Over here is going to go towards 3, so 1, 2, 3, so they actually move up to here. And then stop. Does that bring them with an 8? It sure does. Group becomes active. And then finally the group with the captain, they go to 7. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. They go towards this marker, which means they make their first move, which was 5. And they immediately become active and charge 3 more towards us. Well, they've gone guns hot, so it's now the tracking phase. We're going to start with the boy, Curtis. He's going to walk his 4, because there's a bandit in the open here, and he would sure like to throw a sling at me. I'm going to walk 2, because you walk 2 when you fire something. It's half. It's only with throwing weapons that you get the full penalty, or the full movement. But it's on a 3, because it's 6 in the open. Hits 0, but they do pass on a 1, because it's a sling. Nope, goes over the armor. And then a 4+, this will take him out. Rock to the head. Sure does. Oh man, he's getting the kills. He's gonna go. She's 6'3", so she's just gonna move 6 up to here. She'll sit still, and then we're going to go with, I guess, Lucian. He's gonna confuse. He's gonna walk and then use one of his strands to confuse the leader model over here. And it's on a 6+, I believe. Well, 9 will do it for sure. He will lose his parry ability until the end of the round. Not that it super matters. I guess I should save that for next turn. I'll check because they lost a member. Nope, they're okay. But they're down 1. 2 initiative. Nobody. Oh my goodness. Well, rerolling for Bale. He fails. Rerolling for Shala. She fails as well. Everybody's going after the baddies. That was a good, like, roll. It just wasn't a good roll for initiative. All right, so starting with range combat, the patrol over here, who is not active, is going to go towards 5. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, which means they'll walk 5 and 3 towards here. So just coming around, wind up there, 8 inches again. We'll bring them into line of sight, which means their second move, they become active. So everyone's now active. With missile weapons having gone and able to see us at the end of it, but not before, so they didn't fire, these guys are going to start charging in. So we go to melee models, start with the closest, and it's going to be the captain here, charging ours, and get in a fight. I will fight just normally, because I have a +1 combat still, and he's +1 as well. Res always the bad guy, so that's a 6. Does it break his armor? It does, and then he is toughness 3. He's just downed. Immediately plugs cat. It just crushes him. It's like he'd use my last story point to reroll that toughness roll, which I will. Okay. He's just wounded. I don't feel like having him just immediately get murdered. So he gets pushed back an inch. And he follows up. Second engagement. They fight again. Still +1 because of the outnumbering, but not anything else because he's lost his combat bonus because he's now wounded. And +1 for him because it's a fight. So +1's a 6. He beats him again. He beats his armor, and it's a 1, so he's just stunned. Oh, lucky. He's now driven back for the third engagement. This guy's bad news. See this final fight roll, tied, because it's +1 to +1. So he just falls back. Out of story points, which is not great. So then this fella goes towards the closest, which in this case will be Mav. Or it would be Bale. And decides to fight. Bale will just fight offensively because he's +3 right now with his friend supporting. He will be +1. So +3 is a 7 and a 7. They just tie immediately, and that separates them. Then these fools are going to come up with their 8. This one can get to Mav, almost, but not quite, so it doesn't engage, because you can't engage with a dash. Same with him. These guys already moved. It's tracking phase. Okay, well, first thing, Lucian, I really need you to help out. So you're going to walk over here, and you are going to heal the boss. Remove that wounded token. You sure do on a 6. 1 strand left. And then we're going to go with, I think, Mav. And she's just going to start bullying people. She's going to get into melee like this so she can get support from her friend. He will also have support because they're within an inch. So he'll be +2 to her +3. She will, I think, fight furiously. No, she'll just fight normally. +3 to +2. She wins decisively. And she drives him back and follows up. And then she gets a +0, but actually he doesn't even have armor. So she beats the armor and then doesn't kill him, wounds him. Actually, it would have just been an automatic stun because the first roll would have just been the wound roll. So he's just stunned, which means I get another +1. So the second engagement, he's +4 now to his it doesn't matter, wins again. Then she automatically overcomes armor and she does not overcome his toughness, which means he's now wounded. And she'll drive him back again and follow up for the third engagement. And she's +3, +4 because he's stunned now to his +0, +1 for a friend. She beats him decisively and then just doesn't roll a 1. Now she overcomes toughness and slays him. A bonus experience for her, having killed the leader. I think we go with Curtis the boy then. He's going to sit still. He doesn't have a combo bonus, but he's going to do a sling into that guy. On a 3, sure does. He will have to make an armor check because he's -1 to his armor rolls. He beats it, and then it's on a 4+. He's a killer with this thing. Sling master. Shala is going to fire her bow. She can see within 9, so she's going to sit still and fire her bow into that archer just because he's dangerous. So she gets her combo bonus of +1, so she's going to hit him. It's inside of 8, but outside of 6. Actually, she might as well move first, because then she'll get him inside 6, and she'll hit him on a 3 instead. Better than a 4. Hits him, he breaks his armor, so it's on a 4+. She'll take him out. It's an arrow in the eye. All right, well, then it's Bale's turn. He's going to charge in and attack this guy. He has a combat skill of +2, +3 for the friend, which means he'll be +3 to +0. He sure does hit, so that's going to be an 8 to a 6. Does not overcome toughness, though, so he just wounds him. Actually, it would have been a 7 because he would have had a combat bonus too, so he pushes him back and follows up. So he's going to lose his friend bonus. So he +2 to +1. But he hits him again. And kills him. Makes it Packard's turn. He's the last one to go. He's just going to pile into this guy. We are bullying these bandits. He's mad now because basically Map showed him up and murdered their leader. So he's going to hit with a +1/+2 for the friend. Oh, that's a 3 to a 4, so he loses. This guy becomes the attacker and drives him back. Packard, you're not doing great, buddy. And +0 is going to be a 5. He's at least +2, so he gets back to being the attacker and pushes him back again. He's really struggling here. He's got real, like, Captain Kirk energy. So he hits him, beats his armor automatically, and just wounds him in the final engagement. He's on the round, and they've lost 4 models, which means 4 morale checks to see if bad guys flee, and none do. Initiative turn. It's 2 1s, which is nice. So we'll give 1 to, I guess, Shala, and 1 to Mav, I think. And then we'll re-roll for Bale, and he will still fail. And everyone else is going to go afterwards in the tracking phase. I was going to go first. She's just going to be like, step aside, peasants, and she's going to go bully this guy and beat him up. So she is +3 right now, +2 plus a friend. That is going to be still a 4, which beats him. Even though she rolled a natural 1, Parry would have kicked in with her fencing blade, and all she has to do is roll a not a 1. She kills him. It just wounds him again. On Shala's going to go now. She'll move up to this edge. No, she'll just sit still, actually, and she's going to shoot. Action to combat with her, so she'll hit on a 4 instead of a 3, because she's plus her combat skill. She hits, and then overcoming armor automatically, and she just takes him out. So, creature comes forward, will attempt to maintain. She can't get into combat, so they're going to get into cover instead, and hide over here. Second phase, Bale will go. Yes, Bale will go. Can he see? He's within 9. He'd hit on a 5. He'll just walk. He's going to walk his 4 and 3 and go over this investigation marker, and we'll see what it is. Actually, he's just going to come within 3 of it, and we'll see what it is. His first action, because we reveal it as soon as we come within range. So D100, it is a 14, an obstacle. It stands 2 inches in every direction, counts as difficult terrain. Not getting past that, boys. Then we'll have Curtis go, and he's just going to walk his 7, so he'll walk over here and discover this in his second move. 46 is something hidden. Lootable item. Shin's going to walk his 7 up to here, and Sir Dayne's going to follow. 2 more rolls for morale, but this guy sticks it out. Round 4 initiative. Well, Sir Dayne gets 1 with a 2, as does Lucian, and then we'll roll for the 2 Fae. So for, oh, yeah, Bale got it, but did not get it with Shayla. Just finish this off then. He's in cover, so you get your combat bonus, which is +2, so on a 4+, you're gonna hit that guy with your bow. You got him, and then you automatically overcome his armor. You take him out. So you just snap the bow shot into him. Makes the monster phase relevant, so everyone's just gonna go. We're gonna walk up to this thing and do a search. So something hidden, it's an 8+ scouting roll. He has no skills, so he's gotta make an 8+ check here. We did not pass. We're gonna do the same. She does not have scouting, so 8+. We don't get it. Sir Dayne, actually Lucian's gonna walk up first, and then we'll see what these undiscovered things are. She's gonna walk up to here. We'll check that one. Could it be an 82? Ambush! Place an enemy melee trooper behind and in contact with the character and resolve a melee immediately. They count as the attacker. Oh no! This guy was not quite dead. 1 guy left alive in the building. So against Lucian, Lucian has a combat of 0. And he wins, so he becomes the attacker and drives him back towards the fire. Don't screw with Lucian. He's a monk. He knows monk jutsu. And then he wins and hits him. He's hitting him with a staff, though. Something it's -1 to penetrate armor, so on a 1, I'll actually not penetrate his armor. Nope, I do. And then on a 4+, just brain him. Just murder that guy. Still has an activation left, and actually he walked into range of that other marker, so we have to see what it is now as well. 91, is it another ambush? Is he just getting covered in guys? Oh no, that's the wrong thing. It's a footsteps. Randomly place 1 enemy melee trooper 9 inches away in a random direction. The newly placed trooper cannot be within 4 of a warband member. So he's the top of this for the direction. So 9 inches away. So another one basically shows up back here. Come back to camp after we murdered everybody. This. I do like how continuing to search basically, like, it generates more guys potentially. I'm going to retreat to safety 2 inches. Be like, there's a lot of guys around here, guys. She's gonna go. She's gonna walk her 6, which would be 5, clearing this. and then go stand with the monk just to protect him. Sir Dayne will do much the same thing. He's going to go his, I think he goes 6-3 as well. He's going to go 6 around this obstacle and then 3 over to here. And we'll discover. What could it be? 37. 37 is a something hidden. They're a slightly lootable item. It's round 5. You don't want to light fires in your watchtower if you don't want the adventurers to come calling. Let's roll some initiative dice and see who's going first. Once again, a bunch of 1s, which we will give to, I think, the bowman. So we'll give one to Bale. No, we'll let that guy come to us. We'll give one to, oh, let's say Lucian. And we'll give one to Packard. We'll re-roll for Bale. Nope, so he's going to be going later. Shala is also going later, and then everyone else is above initiative. So for Curtis and for Mav. Lucian can step back and try and search this thing. Doesn't have any scouting tests, but he's gonna be like, I don't know, maybe there's something in there. Scouting +2. So on a 6 he finds it. Of course he does. He's the best. Ah, what do we find? Extra loot roll, which is fantastic. Packard can go. He wants to just kind of lure this guy, but he also wants to search. He's gonna go over here and search this location. Scouting, so he has to hard roll an 8, which he does. So another loot roll. Loot today. Well, he is closest, so going 5. And then staying in cover, going 3. We'll then go. He can't see because it's at a 9. So he's just going to go 3. He'll just hop this for 2. And then he can go 1 more. He's within 9 now, so he'll snap a shot off on a 6. Maybe. Ha! Gets him. He's an absolute killing machine. Beats his armor automatically, so on a 4. Nope, just wounds him. Wings him. I was going to go over here just to discover what this is. We'll make a roll, see what this investigation marker is. It's a 9. That is an environmental hazard. The hazard is 3 inches in all directions. The character wants to get through it, must make a 9-inch to... It's basically a raging bonfire. Or some kind of radiation coming off this stone. We don't want to go near it, basically. So don't go within 3 of the stone. Blow your rocks down and not get within 3 of the middle. We'll have to make a 9+ wits check. She is +1 wits, so she's going to try and just get out of there and walk away. So she needs an 8. She does! She's like, no thanks, bye. We'll attempt that look in find and keep searching what's in that stable. On an 8, doesn't find it. Mav, she's going to walk up the stairs. She's going to go to here, basically, and come within 3. Be like, anybody alive up there? I got my lantern. Real weird in this tower. A lot of bad things happen in here, it looks like. She's like Scully. She's just seen too much. Oh no, wait, let's see, D100. 75. It's a trap! Of course it is. So what kind of trap is it? So spring attack, it's a 10+ expertise test or be struck. 10+, what does Mav get hit by? She does not pass the test. So D100 to see what kind of trap it is. It's a 16, a lethal trap. The character is struck by a dart, falls in a pit, or is struck by a blade, a swing from the ceiling, and then inflicts a +1/+0 hit. So she is wearing partial armor, so on a 1 she'll be okay for the armor break check. Nope. And then she suffers 4, so on a 1 to 4 she's alright, and just wounded. Nope, she is out of action. Oh no! Something in here just shoots her. Trap is gone with no further effect. There's only one uninvestigated marker over here now. Didn't kill anybody, so no morale checks, so it's turn 6. And these bandits have hurt Mav, which we didn't like. I don't know why I'm rolling these dice. I need to roll initiative dice. 6 dice. These dice. Well, we got lots of 2s, which means Lucian and Packard. For Bale, he passes. Rerolling for Shala. She does not pass because she's only initiative or agility 1. And then everybody else gets a 6 as well. Packard, just go murder this guy. You've had a rough day. Mav ate a trap. So he's just gonna fight. A +2. So yeah, hits and breaks armor automatically and just clubs this guy. Everyone else can go freely. We're just gonna move our 7 around here to come see this last marker. He's gonna keep searching. On an 8, doesn't find anything. Gonna head 6 because he's gotta hop this fence to go help out. Shal's gonna do the same. And then it's almost final turn. Turn 7, starting over. It's irrelevant, so we'll just go with Shala. She's going to walk her 7 over to this for next turn if this doesn't work. Same with Lucian. Then the remainder would go. We'll have a boy check on an 8. Still can't find anything. We'll walk over to this within 3. It's a 74. And that's with Bale. He still has an action left after this. Another trap. 10 plus expertise. Oh, is he wits? No, he's not. He's just wits. He's not expertise. And then let's see what it is. It's a 51, this trap, which is a pinning trap. It captures him. He has basically a rope on the leg. So the next time he activates, he has to make a 9+ wits check to get away. Swinging in the air. One adjacent ally can make a use action to attempt to test on their behalf as well. So we'll have Packard walk his 9 to go help him. All right, another initiative roll for turn 8. We'll have Lucian go, then Packard, he'll walk over and try and help, and everyone else will go last. Roll for the elves. So actually, Bale gets to go first, and everyone else is going in the tracking phase. At +1, can you find the loot? You sure can. Didn't even need your +1. He's gonna walk over here and do the use action. So he gets a wits check, and he is actually plus nothing on wits. Or no, he's +2 on wits. So he's on a 7. Yeah, just cuts him down. Like, you dummy. And then we'll just stand out with everybody else. And we all leave. We go and recover the corpse of poor Mav. Of course, I mean, it's just a dart. I'm sure she's fine. I'm sure she's not dead. She's just injured. Oh, it was doing very undeady things. So we didn't get any actual encounter points, but at the end of it all, we are going to get a lot of loot rolls. We're going to get 4 loot rolls. We get +2 adventure points just for having held the field. To be a lieutenant, so that'll be 3. See what happened to Mav. 94, just knocked out. She's fine. This is all stun gas. Advancement, so everyone's going to get 2. Mav gets an extra one for defeating the lieutenant for 3. So everyone leveled up, starting with Sir Dayne and Mav, who both hit 16. The brother Bale went to 9, which should give him level 2. And then, actually, sorry, everyone except Lucian. Lucian's the only one who's in between levels. But both the boy, Curtis, and the sister, Shala, both got to level 1. Non-mystic characters, let's start with Packard. 31 will be an agility or toughness increase. Toughness it is. Mav, a 74, which is a combat skill increase, so she's combat skill +2. For the brother Bale, a 1, speed or skill selection. I think we'll go with speed. Then the sister, she rolls a 91. Luck or will, she can never have luck. Go to will 1. And then for Curtis the boy, he gets a 21, which for him will be a speed or skill. We'll give him speed. Rolling for loot. That's a lot of rolls. We also held the field, so we get to roll an unusual find. 4 loot rolls. First one, we found a valuable, which is 78. Precious metals, D6 +1 gold. So 3 gold. That's right, on a 5-6, the leader gives us an extra one. He does, and then D6. So that's going to be another 3 gold, so we're at 13. The next loot roll is a 51, which is armor. What kind of armor did we find? A 30, which is partial armor. Number 3, 89, consumables. And we find a 69 for consumables. That is silver tree leaf ×2. Great. Final roll is a 32, which is going to be weapons. And what kind of weapon? 20. 20 is an improved staff. Roll for what kind? It is a balanced staff. Give that right to Lucian. That's great. Played a sight battle, so what did we find? 65. A sight battle is nothing. Goods, sorry. And what kind of valuable goods? Valuable goods is additional time on the loot's valuable section. 94. Oh my god. Tapestries worth D6 gold. Sweet. Found a cool tapestry in there. 4. We bullied those guys for all it was worth. So then settling in, we go back to town. So we're back to Boar's Heath and then roll on the news of the world table. 10. Travelers have seen something odd in the forest. Add an unexplored location to the wilderness of our map. There we go. I added a weird pit, open pit kind of thing. Camp maybe, something. Another successful mission for, well, not for Packard. He got beat up, but Mav did great. The warband returns to Boar's Heath, having dealt with, I guess, some weird cultisty bandits, but having not actually learned anything more about the undead threat. So we got another adventure complete for Sir Dayne and his company, having made it very clear that bandits are not welcome near Boar's Hearth. So big thanks for watching. We'll see you for more 5 Leagues from the Borderlands. Still on a mash. Have a great night. Hey there, I hope you enjoyed that video. There are tons of other games already recorded for you to watch. Click over to my channel page if you haven't already, and have a look through the dozens of playlists full of videos. I guarantee you'll discover a game you haven't seen played before. I put out new videos 7 days a week, and every day is themed to a different genre as I continue to explore the wider world of gaming. Of course, none of that's possible without you, the viewer, so click a like and subscribe if you'd like to stay on top of what's happening here daily. My two kids and I are massively grateful to be able to have the flexibility of this job so I can always maximize my time with them. If you want to support me continuing to put out this content, it's only possible because of my amazing backers on Patreon who support the studio, equipment, and model cost, as well as being how I make the bulk of my living. You can also help out by buying a t-shirt through Spreadshirt, a measuring gauge or widget from Death Ray Designs, or buying one of my games and supplements like Last Days, Gamma Wolves, and Blaster. As a way of showing my appreciation, patrons get early access to new games and supplements that I write throughout the course of the year. Huge thanks for watching, it really does help out, and happy gaming.